A sea of red. Thank you for all reading the memo. I am Rita Landreth, Rita Cunat's daughter. Some say I'm her favorite. But enough about me. It was really hard to narrow down just what I would say about my mom, but I locked it into 3 things. Fun, how about it, Patty Griffin, Cheryl Linnerud? Fashion, well, I don't need to say anymore, and her faith. First of all, as it relates to fun, the girl never missed a party. She did not want to miss anything at all. She wanted to be in on the games, if it's left, right, and center. She wanted to learn Catan, even though it was really a little bit of a struggle. She wanted to play volleyball with us when we needed an extra person on the team and no one else was showing up, even though she was a little older than the rest of us. She wanted to travel, and yet, you know, she was from the south side of Chicago, and she didn't have that many experiences. And when I was going to school in Rome, I told her she had to come, and it was a dreary winter in Chicago, and she said, "Oh no, I just can't come." I said, "Mom, you have got to get a ticket. You have got to come." And she met me in London, and we traveled for about 3 weeks in Europe, and that was the beginning of her international travel, and she had a blast, and we had a blast. And then when people asked me when I was going to get married, after all my siblings had gotten married, I said when I got back from Japan. Well, I had no intention of going to Japan, but it seemed like a way to get people distracted from the idea of getting married. And so finally my mom was turning 60, and I said, "Well, what should we do for your birthday?" And she said, "Well, maybe we should go to Japan." So we went, we had a blast, went to China, went to Hong Kong, and it just continued on her fun adventures, meeting new people, meeting new experiences. The last part of her fun, I think Christina mentioned, my cousin Keith mentioned earlier, is her laughter. Literally, you could hear her down the hall laughing, and you would know it was her. So that's fun. The red, okay? My sister's going to mention a little bit more about this, but my mom was in the hospital 2 weeks ago, week ago, and she had on a hospital gown. Well, as you know, hospital gowns are not really that pretty. And she said to Colleen, "When I get to heaven, can I get a new dress?" And Colleen said, "Yeah, Mom, what do you want?" And she said, "Well, I want a red one." And so we said, "Sure." And I thought that the red kind of went with who my mom was, the bright, vibrant person that she was. You know, she loved clothes. She loved handbags, which I have continued on with, and she loved jewelry. She never wore a pair of blue jeans in her entire life. Ever. Never. She always wore this Chanel lip stain, which stayed on your lips all day long. You had to practically scrub it off to get it off, but she always wanted to look good, so she needed that Chanel. The other thing she did love, which my nieces, my daughter, my sister, all who knew her, she loved a gift with purchase. And so today, this morning, as I was going through the things we had to get done, two of her friends, Marilyn and Dawn, said to me, "You know, your mother had a lot of jewelry."
Yes, she did.
"And it would be great if you shared that jewelry with us. I don't know if there's much left, but for those that would like a gift with purchase, that being attending the service, you get a necklace." Please feel free to grab a necklace and remember my mom.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
The last was her faith. My mom was very God-centered. She instilled that faith in us. There were 4 of us that she had in 3.5 years, and she had to get us all dressed and looking fashionably cute to church. And there were some tears, many, many, many Sundays when somebody couldn't find the shoes, the church shoes to wear, and it was just crazy. But we looked good, and we went to church, and we too all gained that faith in God. The biggest gift, however, was when Mom was in the hospital in her last week. She demonstrated her unbelievable faith in God. She walked us through this. I should really be crying right now and barely able to speak.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
She usually is at this point.
But she was so happy.
Yep.
For all of you who lived with her these last 5 years and are sad, and I understand, and I am deeply sad every time I get in the car and I want to call her because I would talk to her on the phone and I can't, I'm really sad. But she was in the hospital and she was so joyful, she was so happy, she was so funny,
Yeah.
and she was so filled with the Holy Spirit. It was the biggest gift my mother has ever given me, ever. So I would like to ask you to remember my mom, something that you did with her that was fun. You've got a lot of things. Accept the piece of jewelry and wear it proudly. And through her faith in Jesus, she is smiling down upon us.
Yep.
And she's saying, wait till you get to the party she's at right now.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.